What's up, guys? Welcome back to the CardBrothers. Today I'm actually recording the deck profile that I played at the NAWCQ. I made day 2 with a very, very spicy list. Really happy to be able to share this with you. Probably could have done better if I wasn't an idiot and didn't show up late day 2. But I'm super excited to share this with you guys. And let's just jump right in. So to start, you know what I'm on. I'm playing the Tearlaments. Love this deck. Always have, always will. So start with the tier names. We played Rhinoheart, signed by MET. That was amazing. Obviously, Rhinoheart, Merly, the 3-tier Cash, which is arguably the best card in the deck, and then the one Hadness. That's it for the tier names. You don't need to play more Rhinoheart. We have enough normal summons in the deck. Moving on, we play the other tiers, because these are just, you just have to play them. These cards won me games like insane. I hit like Broken, just King of the Swamp, Hadness, King of the Swamp, Merly, and just blew my opponent out. Absolutely crazy. So moving on from that, we play the tier support, because we don't have Kit Kalos. So sending this to the grave, crazy. Pretty standard stuff. And now we're going into my spice, the stuff I was chefing up. So yeah, here we go. I'll be on the Shrouded Dragon. We play Ad Libitum. Hopefully you guys are kind of seeing a theme. Tri-Brigade Mercourier. Mercourier is super important in this build because it deals with Kashtira, because you send it off Branded Fusion, add Fallen of Albaz, and then you go make Dracostapelia by shuffling it back with the Lubellion, and then you normal Albaz and it outs their board, because you have Dracostapelia to negate the shuffle or the banish. So, yep, 2 Fallen of Albaz because of that. And then we also play 2 Tragedy. 2 because it's insane to mill. Yeah, that's it. So 2 Tragedy. We also play a Quem. There was an ongoing joke at the event. You're going to make me Quem. So yeah, when somebody sends something from their extra deck, they're going to make you Quem. We also played 2 Cartesia. This card is insane, but you don't want to see too much of it, so 2 is fine. We mill it sometimes, and we also can, go crazy with it. 2 Aliber. We only need 2 because we also play opening, and we want to see other cards. So 2 Aliber. 3 Prime Evil Planet. These are just our power spells. 3 Branded Fusion. 3 Branded Opening. And I actually tested something new, and I really liked it, although it lost me a game. 3 Pot of Prosperity. It's kind of weird in a deck like this because our extra deck's super tight. But it gets us into combo pieces. So we really need to see this in certain hands. It really, gets us into tier, or it gets us into branded, or it gets us into 1, which we need, because arguably they get each other. So yeah, 3 of that. We played 2 Solic, 1 Lost, 1 Red, and that's it for the spells. Traps, we played 2 Solic. I called Scream Solic. And then 1 Retribution. Retribution's crazy. I might bump this up to 2 if I played this in the future, because getting Branded in red back, it's nuts. Making Chimera twice is crazy, just by shuffling it back for a Dracostapelia. So with that, we'll move on to the extra deck. In the extra deck, we did play 1 and 2 Dracostapelia. They're not in sleeves because I'm testing some more goo. But yeah, 2 Dracostapelia. I played Rindbrum. I would cut this card. I never made it. I would definitely play like 2 Mirror Jade instead, just because this didn't do anything. We always went into Dracostapelia because it's just way better against Cash. So yeah, we played 2 Albion just because it's Albion. We played 1 Lubellion. This you could play 2. Does not really need. You almost always shuffle it back, and if for whatever reason you don't, you just shuffle it back to make Dracostapelia, which is why we play 2 Dracostapelia. We also played 2 Masquerade. This is incredibly important. I thought about cutting this card completely, but this card plus any Despia is, or plus any tier, so a Despia plus any tier makes this, it won us games just because our opponent could only activate like 6 card effects. And yeah, it like won me time. It did everything. This card is absolutely necessary. We played 1 Quertus. I almost banished this off of Prosperity every single time. I did make it like twice, and it won me both times. Won me the game both times. So I mean, it's an honorable mention, I guess. You could probably cut it and play something else, but I liked it. 1 Grapha, 1 Rukalos. That's our King of the Swamps, and as well as the Kaleido. But you don't need King of the Swamp if you have Rhino. So those are those. And then we also played Guigadol and Mirror Jade. Like I said, I would probably want to play 2 of this in the future. It came up once or twice for 2, but yeah. And then of course the Guardian Chimera. So yeah, that's it for the extra deck. Let's move on to the side. In the side, I ran the Duster and Cyclones. Labyrinth was very relevant, and it also added Floodgates because there was a lot of like the Runic for Hire Floodgate nonsense. So yeah, those cards are broken, so just play them. We played a small Bestial package. I didn't feel Serenir was good enough to put in this build, so just 2 Magnemite, 1 Druid Swarm. These came up a couple times against like Labyrinth and Branded, and yeah, that's about it. So they were good. They also are kind of funny because if you know your opponent's going to side in Bestials, you just side them in so you can like Bestial block, quote unquote, which is fine. So that was neat. We played 3 Evenly and 3 Dark Ruler because those are just, you know, you just win if you see both, and usually you win if you see 1 or can resolve 1. So yeah. And then we played the 3 Gamma because we do have an issue with the Rise Heart if we don't see our way into Branded Fusion or Fallen of Albaz or something like that. So it's also an Aqua, so we can make Kaleido or anything else with it. So yeah, that's it for the deck profile. Had a great time at Nats. If you haven't seen the vlog that Nick and I made, it was absolutely incredible. So make sure you check that out and leave a like in the comment section down below. Peace out, guys.